Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. This is Cinnabon, your resident DIYer at Flavor. Hi, guys. Ooh, hello. Hello. I am so very glad I trial around this game real quick because it makes me dizzy. So I had to take a Dramamine. So annoying because I don't actually get like motion sick. But something about games and like first player like mode gets me a little dizzy. Hello guys. What did you guys eat for dinner? I made chicken fried rice. It was very good. Very good stuff. First person makes me dizzy. Yeah, I think so. I guess I mean, would you say Power Washer and like Minecraft and mortuary system? I would say like that's like first person, right? Like POV. But yeah. Oh, you better eat, you guys. Pasta. Yeah, I wanted to make pasta, but did I disable motion blur? Maybe. Grilled chicken sandwich with fries. Yummy, yummy. Ordered a pizza, still have to go pick it up yet. Make sure you get it. What kind of pizza? I want to judge. Currently reheating leftover focaccia. That is not a meal. Man cannot live by bread alone. I made tenderloins with what else? Or just the tenderloin? And what kind of tenderloin? Spaghetti? I love spaghetti. I've not ate yet. You better eat. Burgers with bacon, Colby Jack, pickles, and lettuce. Yum, yum, yum. I like to put mayo on my burgers. Is that controversial? Chicken fried rice sounds so good right now. Yeah, like I took my leftover rice before I even put it in the pan with the chicken and a little bit of veg. I mixed it with 2 eggs so that way the egg would be like thoroughly incorporated. Pepperoni pizza. I'm basic. Hey, hi, hello. Hello. Hello, Shka. No, it isn't. My preferred topping is mayo and mustard. I actually don't use ketchup at all. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not super picky about condiments. I used to be when I was a little girl, but it's all I don't know. Mayo is gross, mustard supremacy. You know, mustard is hard to get into. It's got such a bite to it. It's such a distinct flavor, whereas mayo is quite literally just a little bit of vinegar and egg and oil. It's really just your basic salad dressing. It's just dressing. I ate 5 enchiladas over the course of 4 hours and think this might be my last night on earth as a result. Oh god. Mic is cutting at high notes. Yeah, every like setting I've tried to run into, like I've troubleshot this mic on the days off and like even before streams and like I've looked into it, but the truth of the matter is it might just be the mic itself clipping. But yeah, I essentially have too squeaky a voice. But yeah, I mean I'm definitely gonna have to work with it more, but well, it's a work in progress. We're all a work in progress. Okay, so we are going to be doing Power Washing Simulator. Um, I don't know why, but it's actually been really fun for me. So I feel like it's enough for me to be like zero in on, but still talk. But yeah, does my mic have a noise filter built in? It might. Honestly, chicken fried rice is tasty. Agreed. Become the DIY. Your voice is great. Oh, thank you. Oh, comments like that always feel so embarrassing. I never know what to say. I'm like, thanks. Right back at you, buddy. Oh no. Uh-oh. Did we freeze? Uh-oh. Here we go. So right now I'm working on cleaning the back garden. And I can continue working on that, or I can go to a new quest. What do you guys think? It's a fun game. Would play it and listen to music for date nights. The interesting date night option. Clean the rover? The dirt bike? A bedtime story down the line? I mean, if it's not stepping on Minna's toes, sure. I can read some of the stories I've even written, or I can write a special story just for chat. I used to do creative writing, but I was a Wattpad girl back in my day. But it was never fanfics, it was all originals. I feel like I've already said this though. I'm pretty sure I have in a previous stream. Oh my gosh, have I been streaming long enough to forget certain things? Finish the garden? Okay, cool. I was hoping to. In all honesty. Yeah. Alright, we'll right click it and just write down the line. Also, they must live in a really nice place because look at that mountain line, but all the trees too. Makes me think like Colorado or even like Flagstaff, Arizona. I've driven through there a couple times. It's very pretty. Clean bike, finished garden. The special tab. Nah, career mode only. Career mode only. I already took my Dramamine. There's not gonna be any motion sickness on my end anyway. But if it's too janky for you guys, just let me know. And we could troubleshoot together. Okay. Yeah. It goes fine. Yay! I like it when it does the little ching. But I had it loud when I first trial ran it, and it was so loud that it made me like practically jump out of my skin. I have, let's see. Honestly, I am looking forward to send a membership. Really? You think so? I don't know. I don't know, like, on the pathway, like, I guess looking deeper into it, memberships is gonna, like, even if I, get to, like, whatever amount of views it is, hours or whatever, it's still gonna be, like, I guess you have to wait up in limbo for Susan to approve you, so it's still gonna be a minute even after the fact, I guess. I was, like, kind of bummed seeing it because I know people keep bringing it up, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm not in it for the money. I mean, like, definitely grateful for whatever's sent my way, but like, I have an income. I'm okay. First day in a while, I haven't been in a NyQuil-induced coma from the flu. Glad to be able to catch you. Aw, I'm glad you're, like, not having to be in a coma-induced state. I have never actually had the flu. I just got a really strong immune system. So, I'm so sorry. Very, very sorry. I lost a member of Flavor? How many Oshis do you want to have? Oh, what do you mean? I lost a member. Are you talking about, Imprint? Branch? You have to give your firstborn child to Susan first. I have to birth a child? Oof. Oof. Getting the flu sucks. Yeah. I can imagine. I mean, when I was, like, younger, I had like chronic bronchitis for like 1 year. And then like the following year I had like strep for almost the whole year, just like on and off. Because my body was like, just for fun. I was on like one of those little purple asthma discs for like 2 years straight because of it. And then I just like stopped getting sick. I just like wasn't sick anymore. And then, yeah. Birthing stream? Absolutely not. Stop it, sicko. The purple haired one? Donna? Oh, girl, she been dead. What do you mean? Go in, go in. I haven't actually been on Twitter too much today, so if I missed stuff, I'm sorry. I actually had work. Actual wage slave here. I haven't been sick in years. Ironically, I started my new job today too. Thankfully, it was only 4 hours of computer training. It was miserable. God, that just sounds awful. That sounds honestly awful. I used to get my work requires me to meet a ton of people, so I get it every year. Oof. Yeah, I feel bad for people who have to like interact that much. Also, like I feel bad for teachers because I feel like I mean, parents will constantly send their kids to school sick because it's just like, you know, we live in a society where like they still have to go to work even if their kids got a cold, and then next thing you know, it's not a cold and teacher comes home sick, gets like their entire house sick. Like I just feel bad. It's like a crapshoot, it seems. I used to get mono every single year as a child. Phew, you have to stop sharing straws, bud. Bronchitis game, rise up. Yeah, yeah. I had like crap lungs as like just at like a random age, and then all of a sudden it just like stopped. It was like a fluke. Also have like random arrhythmia that they've not been able to like diagnose, where it's just like my heart just goes boopity bop bop sometimes out of like order super fast. And like they've tested everything, I'm fine. They were like, I was like, could it be anxiety? They were like, nah, because you're not nervous right now, your stress levels seem fine. I'm like, all right, whatever. My heart just goes. Hey. That's kind of depressing. They really got a little Fiat for their kid instead of something cool like a tractor or a little four-wheeler. Boo, bad parents. Anime birthing is an untapped market. I think it's okay if it remains untapped personally. Maybe it's because my mom was in, like, is in women's health. I just know too much about all that stuff. Like, the horror stories she would come home with. HIPAA agreement only lasts for, like, online instances. They bring that shit home with them and they tell you everything. Every little piece. Every single piece. Heartbeat break. Sleep apnea? You think so? I don't know. When I'm super tired, I like snore lightly in my sleep. Although, one of my roommates in college, this is like before I lived in my own, like, is it single dormitory? Like, I didn't have a room to myself until about halfway through sophomore year, and then I was like, alright, I can't live with other people, I guess, because everybody else was a little too crazy. So then this one girl was like, Senna, I swear to God, you sit up in your bed and stare at me all night. I was like, that's not even possible. How would that even work? I've never heard anything like this. The amount of sleepovers I've had with church girls and no one said this to me, you're lying. Then she took a video and showed it to me and I was like, oh, that's actually terrifying. I'm so sorry. But then my other roommate was like, the next year was like, that never happened to me. I was like, maybe internally I was like put off by her because she was really like creepy in and of herself. So maybe I was so hyper conscious of it that sleeping Senna was like, I got my eye on you. But that's so spooky. I felt really bad for her. She was a light sleeper too, so she'd like wake up at the slightest stir, and there I was just staring her down. But like, that's like actually terrifying. Oh well, sucks to suck. Ah. I feel like parents who buy their kids mini luxury cars are the worst people, and those kids are bullies. Yeah, that's why I said tractor. Should be a tractor. Little John Deere everything. Sit an actual serial killer on. Yeah, sure. Hide your kids, hide your wives. Snatching these people up. But not the other part, that's weird. Straight up bad. You were possessed. I guess, jeez. I don't know, man. My body inherently was like, do not trust. High alert. It's like the first person, like, I guess it was weird because it's like I went from graduating online to like a school that was like states away from a house full of people, but I always had my own room. Having to share a room with someone that I did not know at all, never met before until then. I don't know. I think it's valid to not trust that person. Personally. I think that's valid. Hey, maybe I'm just coping. Assert dominance even with sleeping. I have a roomie who does something similar, bolts up in bed, maybe says something, plops back down. Yeah, definitely a sleep talker. More than like snoring or anything else, I talk in my sleep pretty bad. But I knew that, and it's not like I do anything coherent for the most part. I actually just like have really vivid dreams too. So it makes sense that I talk in my sleep based off of just like some of the crack ass dreams I have. Dark mode Senna's always watching. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Keep your eyes peeled. Water the flowers. Alright, I'm done messing with that. Excuse me. Senna, the demons within Bump. Stare her down to assume dominance. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it was about. I don't know why I did it. I didn't have control over it. I said that, like, sorry 1,000 times. But it's fine. She was crazy too. I had every right to suspect her. She ended up stabbing me with a fork. And then, like, moved out and said she wanted to live with her friends because I wasn't being friendly enough, even though she stabbed me with a fork. So, I don't know. She was a character. So, who'll feel bad for keeping her up? Not me. And then she, like, transferred the next year. And then I think she dropped out after that. I don't know for sure though. I didn't keep, like, a whole lot of tabs on her or anything. I think I might still have her, like, as a friend on the interwebs, but maybe? I don't know. I don't be going on social media too much. I got too much shit to do. A fork? Yeah. Yeah. College is wild, let me tell you. That shit is really, like, everybody who went to a brick and mortar, I guess I don't have, like, that much context, says it's very similar to, like, high school. And based off of, like, dramas and stuff, yeah, that shit is, like, high school 2.0 for sure. Also, it's, like, every single day felt like an episode of, like, I don't know, Degrassi meets Glee. I don't know. It was just stupid. It was just like a bunch of young, horny, stupid kids all living together with like no real adult supervision, trying to lie to themselves that they are adults. Yeah. That's how a lot of college was. I mean, not all of it. Like, a lot of the people in my major were like surprisingly chill. Even, like, dare I say mature, but I don't know. But it wasn't like, I don't know. I didn't get into too much. I was too scared. I was always like the person who was afraid my parents would find out. Even though like there was no way for them to know. So Bon Bon sleeping stream? Absolutely not. No. I shall not. You guys are gonna make fun of me, so like no. It's not happening ever. I feel like that would be actually scary. Because, like, I can sleep through fire alarms, so it's not like anything could wake me up. So you'd really just have to, like, grin and bear whatever horrifying shit happened on my end. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. And that's why you get a private room with a lock. Exactly. That happened pretty soon after the second roommate who, like, professed her undying love for me, and I was like, what? It's like, girl, go men, but you're my roommate. She also like texted it to me randomly, like we were in the room together, sitting on our beds, and I was like really good friends with her. And all of a sudden she was like, I've been super jealous lately, and I was like, oh. She's like, because I'm in love with you. And I was like, oh? She's like, you've been hanging out with other people. I'm like, alright. Thinking like, oh, my friend wants to spend more time. I'm in love with you. I literally got up and left the room. I don't even know what to say. It's like, what do you say to that? Someone texts you their undying love while they're in the same room with you. And like, this whole time you're like, yeah, this is my friend. They have no ulterior motives to be my friend. And she's like, JK. Those nights where you probably actually do get up and look at me, they're my favorite nights. Ay, ay. Could you imagine? Ugh. Yeah, no, I've had like enough brushes with weird ass shit for an entire lifetime, I feel. So, yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. You get to learn some Cinelore tonight. You get to hear just the harassment of the general population of how, like, unhinged college students are. In case there was any doubt. I appreciate your feelings. Please don't stab me. Honestly, at that point, I would have rather her stabbed me, to be honest. At least then she wasn't, like, completely ruining the friendship. It's like, yay, a female friend that's not, like, so weird and, like, ends up having a huge crush on me for, like, weird reasonings. I don't know. Like, my one friend says I'm just, like, too nice. And I just attract weirdos because of it. And I'm like, I don't... I don't feel like that's fair. Like, why should I have to change who I am for people to be decent? But I think that's not how the world works, so. I, yeah, I gotta work on some of that naivete. Like, cringiness and trying to do anything to keep you to themselves. Yeah, like, they would do weird shit trying to, like, isolate me. What the next close friend I had in college was 1,000 times worse. Every time I made a friend, I was like, oh, they're so funny and chill, and then they'd be like, just, yeah. Like, she was super cool, and then she wasn't. At least she wasn't like, I'm in love with you, but she was just like, she would like tell people, she'd be like, Cinna's really toxic, she's a really mean person, and they'd be like, really? I never got that vibe. And then she'd be like, no, you wouldn't know, I'm her best friend. And like, I'm friends with her because no one else will be. And they're like, that doesn't seem like her though. And she'd be like, no, I swear it's true, you'll see the light of day. But then it was all in like an effort to like make sure that like I didn't have any other friends but her. It was really weird. And then like one time I like called her out on it, and she was like quite a bit bigger than me, like both in stature and in like just weight, like in volume as a person. She was just like a burly girl and was like, if you ever talk to me like that again, I'll punch you in the face. And I was like, oh, well, I would prefer that didn't happen. So I just like, besides going to class and work, locked and club stuff, locked myself in the room for like 2 weeks. And like when my senior year came, she like demanded to know what my room number was and got the one right next to mine, even though I was already trying to end the friendship with her. So yeah. Cinna, can you power wash the gunk out of my brain? I don't know. I would have to turn it to the highest setting for quite a while. Honestly, you're pretty cool, Sana. I'm sorry you had such a weird college experiences. As someone who spent time at college, it's awful. I'm glad I'm in the real world now. Honestly, I wasn't sorry to experience it. I think it was like important to learn that like just because someone's funny or like seems nice does not mean like you just like full send on the friendship line. You kind of have to like feel people out, and you have to essentially give people time to like show you who they are. So, like, I don't know. It was a good learning experience in retrospect, but as it was happening, I was like, I don't like this. But, I don't know. You have to, like, try to keep a positive aspect on it, because, like, otherwise, it would just be really depressing to be like, wow, so many failed friendships. And, like, I could be sitting here being like, man, my college experience was blah, 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 but I don't know. It was what I made of it. It wasn't my favorite experience. Not like looking to send myself back ever, but it was just like an experience, neutral at this point in time. People are scary. Yeah. Last had mass. For sure. Like, I'm tall. Like, I'm 5'8", but she still was taller than me. And like I'm not afraid of confrontation, and I'm certainly not afraid of like debating someone on what I like believe in or what I stand for. I am never one to want to get into like physical altercations. Like, I have no semblance of self-defense in that regard, and so it's like just not something I feel like I could even be close to put up to and like manage. So it's like, the idea of someone who has been in physical fights and could whoop my tail, not something I want to put myself in. Especially because, like, at most colleges, they have, like a super strict anti-fighting rules, like, getting into physical altercations. And so, like, even if you're just defending yourself, a lot of colleges will, like, expel both of you or have, like, some really strict disciplinary actions. So, yeah, I was like, if I ever get into a fight, I would have to just lie there and take it, which is awful. Just have to like accept that my butt is getting beat. and I can't do anything about it because I don't want to get expelled. It's too expensive what I've already put into this education that I probably won't use. And my parents are disappointed already, but they're gonna be even more disappointed if I don't graduate. Yeah, that was always the thought process. So, like, I gotta just see it through. Gots to see it through, my boy. So, Senna just beat them up with power tools. If you can't fight, running is the best bet. Have you seen? Have you seen the chest I got? Running is not the best option for me. Nah, I usually try to like use my words. Like, that's usually my go-to in a fight is just like, I don't know. If you're gonna hurt me, then I'm gonna leave some mental scars that last for a couple months and really make you think about yourself. So, that's always my MO. It's like, how can I mortally, emotionally ruin you so that way you never think to pick a fight with me again after this ass whooping? Like, every time I hit her, she just kept taking hit after hit, but like, she really made me feel bad about myself. Like, that's the goal. At that point, I'm just gonna say as much reckless shit as I can because I cannot fight back. Hey, you want to start a street fighting club with only 2 members? Gotta love the whole defending yourself is no worse crime than being a violent psychopath, literally. Gotta love the logic of stopping violence by punishing self-defense. What could go wrong? Yeah, yeah. I guess that reveals the liberal art college. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely like, yeah, so. Everything's a punishable offense if you think too hard on it, I guess, is the thought process on that. If there is a thought process, I feel like that gives too much credit. I don't want to use this stool for anything. I'm gonna probably have to get the rush. Ah, unleash Dr. Lolly. Hashtag woman weapons. Oh god, no. People that try to start fights tend to not be able to self-reflective types. I mean, I don't know. You'd be surprised how much of their internal battles they seem to struggle with. Most bullies tend to be in their heads more than you would ever dare to give credit for. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like good introspective thoughts, but it is introspective. I don't know. Senna uses Sith mind. Senna because physical wounds heal. Exactly. Senna is the comic of the dog that won't bite but can hurt you in other ways. Yeah. Yeah. I also just like, because I do have tiny little mittens, little hands. I feel like my punches just would not be optimal. I have little feet too, but like I got a good enough kick that like I feel like if push came to shove, I could at least like kick my way out of something potentially. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I cleaned the star. A little Texas star. Cinna is more likely to knock herself out trying to run with those assets. Yeah, or something like that. Get me within 1 bar of their router, and in less than an hour we can have some fun with them. Oh yeah, y'all come into my defense. Build-A-Bear turned bodyguard. The only time I remember not have a school screw someone over for self-defense was when I got stabbed in the face as a kindergartner. What? Stabbed in the face as a kindergartner? By like another student? That's awful. I'm too lazy, so my thought process is I could probably win this fight, but dealing with the aftermath is too much of a bother. That's also pretty relatable. Or maybe your punches are condensed. I don't know. Anytime I've like punched one of my brothers like in the arm, I'll be like, Senna, punch me as hard as you can. I'm like, okay. I'll punch them. But like, I said as hard as you can, and I'll be like, I am! And they're like, God, you're so weak. I'm like, like, you wouldn't say that if I kicked you in the cojones, though. Then I wouldn't be weak. Time to fund you some electric brass knuckles. Feet reveal when, feet reveal never. Oh, this chair's hurting my back. I'm British. We use arguments and debate to get out of most things. I mean, my dad was always like, I don't know if anybody can relate to this. Honestly, I hope no one can, to be honest, because I think it's kind of shitty. But like, my dad would like, essentially, if you wanted to do anything, say like when I really wanted to join orchestra, you have to like debate him, and it was highly encouraged to like fight back. So like you would have to debate him and debate your point and like argue for upwards of like 6 hours straight on why you wanted to do insert, you know, what you wanted to do here. Oh my gosh. Like, you just would have to debate for everything. And then, like, my dad and my mom and all my extended family and even, like, the church I grew up in were all, like, teasers. Like, they just tease the shit out of you. Which honestly just seems like very southern and southern adjacent thing to do. Like, my, aunts and uncles would try to always like tease us and say, do you want to go snipe hunting? Which, like, of course, snipes aren't real. And they would just like threaten to abandon you in the woods. I don't know. I'm just used to debating and having to fight for like literally anything and everything. I guess is the original point I was trying to go to before I rabbit holed. My bad. Ay. Okay, I have to take a break for a second, read chat, because this is making me a little tipsy. Hi, Murray! Cinna weak punch out bomb butts. Listen here! So your dad doesn't have any hobbies, is what you're saying? Yeah, my dad has one major hobby, and that's sitting on the couch watching TV. Like, doesn't matter what's on. I don't know. Like I think I've said it in a previous stream. My older sibling and I, like our older siblings, we all say that the TV raised us, which is true. It's just true. Unfortunate, but true. She thinks snipes aren't real. Listen, if you're referring to the snipe from the movie Up, then obviously, but anyway, I don't react to pain. Yeah, I don't know. Growing up with multiple brothers made it pretty easy to, like, I don't know, my one older brother would, like, put me in a headlock, but he'd yell it, like, he'd give enough warning for you to understand what was about to happen. He'd go, WWE! And then, like, he'd put you in a headlock. So, like, I don't know. It takes me a really long time to tap out from stuff like that, so, and my parents, they took spankings to the next level, so yeah, I can withstand quite a bit of a beating, a beat down. Kind of depressing, I'm not gonna lie. Sinnoh noodle arms. Ugh. I do have to work more on my arms for sure though. Like I love doing weightlifting, but I'm always working on like my core and legs. But then when it gets to arms, I get a little lazy. I also like get like too super duper conscious of like I'm a girl, I gotta look like a girl. I don't wanna look too muscly. But I don't know. I kind of like venturing away from that and it's like I just want to feel good in my own body. That's my official workout goal for the next couple years, is to just be like feel comfortable in my skin. Yeah. Good positive stuff. Gotta love sibling violence with disclaimers. Yeah, at least he gave me a disclaimer. To be honest, like I was pretty solid of him at least. Definitely had like the older sibling who chased me around with a knife. Yeah, no. Bon Bon House was it was a rodeo. That's for sure. Did he put on deodorant at least before giving headlocks? No. Well, both of my older siblings are stinky boys. They stinky. They just now, like, the one of them just got into, like, fragrances and, like, actually smelling good and being decent and not disgusting. My younger siblings are super, like, I guess it's because they're, like, super Gen Z. They're, like, super on top of their hygiene. Like, almost annoyingly so. But yeah. Come from a house of brothers. Brothers. Only girls. That's why I had my own room. If you haven't gathered, I was the only girl. Ah, yay! But I wasn't like spoiled. The only thing I had was my own room. And even then, it wasn't like they didn't like rooming with each other. They most certainly loved that. WWE John Cena. How many wooden spoons did they break? They didn't use wooden spoons. They used wooden rulers. Because it, like, felt, my dad said it was more like a switch because it, like, wasn't, like, I don't know. It had, like, a better hang time? I don't know. Cinna skipped on arm day bonbon. I don't skip on it. I just don't like I don't lift enough. Like I'm not pushing myself the way I should be. Cinna cute. Ah yeah. Gotta get them Hulk arms. Also, hello. You tried Bulgarian split squats? Absolutely brutal. No, but that sounds fun. I like doing reverse lunges with weights. I don't like a lot of cardio. I think the most cardio that I enjoy is like swimming because it's usually full body rather than just like, I don't know, walking or running. I mean, technically you move your arms, but it's different when you're in like a pool. You're like exerting a lot of energy. But I don't know. I'd rather do heavy lifting. I can punch effectively. I just get tired easily. Yeah, that's fair. If a woman can't choke slam me with one arm, I'm not interested. Would catch a whooping if I started smelling funky at home. Ma did not play about keeping her house fresh. Yeah, well, my mom was not your typical mom. She was like just a bit of a narcissist and only cared about herself for the most part. She liked each of her kids when they were babies and she could like play dress up with them, and then the second they became like their own human beings, she hated them. So she didn't clean, she didn't cook. She did go to work. I'll give her credit for that. She did her job well. Does her job well. But yeah. She is not a typical mom. But yeah. Do you even lift, brah? Ban. You guys are always so clever, Finnegan. So clever. So clever. Oh my gosh, it's already Already almost 9 o'clock. I'm still only 80. This is like a really long project on this one, at least. Gotta give myself a little bit of credit, a little bit of cred. I don't know if you're supposed to be like this in depth with it, but it's fun. I mean, I guess you are, because that's how you get to what, 100%, right? So you can clear the job. Let's do that one. Ah, one of those. Dang, catching memories of what I'd get hit with. Everything from extension cords to a cast iron skillet. Yeah, I was a... Yeah, I've been hit with extension cords. My younger brother had RSV, so he was on, like, one of those, like, he would do those nebulizer treatments, and I one time got, like, whipped with one of those by one of my older brothers. Like, out of nowhere, too. That one never, that one never gave me warning. He would just be like, I don't know, I could look at him wrong, he would just, like, fly off the handle. Which is crazy, because, like, as adults now, we're, like, pretty good friends. And, like, he wrote me, like, a little letter, like, couple years after I turned 18. No, a couple years after he turned 18, yeah. He was like, I'm so sorry, you're the best. And I was like, good enough for me. Ay, ay. Bon Bon uses the tools as weight. I feel like a lot of the tools aren't heavy enough because so many parts are like removable. Like a rotating saw, or like a certain saws, right? Um, are not heavy because you have to put in the battery pack first if it's wireless, right? Cordless or whatever. Um, and then you still have to put in the blade. So like otherwise it's literally just a piece of plastic. Well, actually a lot of tools aren't that heavy. And then certain things like you just can't really or shouldn't be lifting, like I don't know, a table saw you shouldn't be lifting on the regular. So a lot of the tools that I have available in my home setting are not something that I would recommend lifting even from its stationary placement. Ooh, it's the corners that are making me a little nauseous. Plastic leather belt is probably the OG. Yeah. My dad used to be the one that would like spank us kids, but like after a little while he was just like wouldn't. And so then it became my mom. And then they like expected me to like spank the younger ones, and I just was like, no, I'm not doing that, sorry. So, mm. Shoes are long distance, belts are melee. Yeah, yeah, I've had shoes tossed at me. I've had the chancla moment. Chancla. They say sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt. Gets a dictionary thrown at you, oh god. I accidentally gave my little brother a black eye one time throwing a Beanie Baby at him. In my defense, he had a temper and pulled a knife on me twice as a kid. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's relatable. Do you have a happy stand screwdriver? Some say it has an extra grip to ensure smooth purchase into the... A what? I feel like there's an innuendo there and I don't want to know it. But maybe I'm reading into it too much. Then it became the belt. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I think I had a spanking once as a kid. Mostly I just got yelled at. Yeah, there was a combo. So, like, my dad was never one to yell very quickly. Like, he had a very high boiling point where, like, it would take a lot for him to, like, full on snap at you. But my mom, she would just snap at the blink of an eye. Like, and it would be sometimes out of nowhere to the point where you're like, are you Are you mentally okay, dude? Like, do you need help? Yeah. I feel so bad because like I love her so much, and I feel like if she wasn't a narc, she'd actually be a decent person. But because she's such a fucking narcissist, she just ends up, it bleeds into like every aspect of who she is. It honestly sucks because otherwise, like, she's pretty funny. Like, I could easily be friends with my mom otherwise. But whatever. It is what it is. To be fair, who here hasn't pulled a knife on a family member? I haven't. I've never pulled a knife on a family member. I just know how scary that is. Like, it just. And because we had stairs in my house, I would be chased up the stairs. Yeah, no. It's just too much. Like, even now, I get super nervous with people walking on stairs directly behind me. Like, trauma. What was the biggest thing I've ever built? The biggest? Probably a table? Like, I would have to say probably a table, but I did help build my cousin's deck, and I helped her build her, like, I mean, if you want to count it, I helped build essentially what I'm washing now, like a patio, but it was out front with my cousin, and then I painted the whole thing because it was like a wooden patio lined with stone. But yeah, I did that because I stayed with her for like 2 months in between college, and that was like my way to pay her back for it. My real whooping my dad ever delivered was when, oh, I missed it. Shoot, I gotta scroll back. My dad was in the military. When he was mad, you knew it. Yeah. Only real whooping my dad ever delivered was when my bro came at me with the shotgun. Whew. Yeah, my parents, like, I was the only kid in the house who knew my parents owned any sort of weaponry like that. I think I'm still the only one who knows. I mean, I think my older brothers know now after the fact, actually. But, like, they weren't allowed to know because they just had such a proclivity towards violence that, like, they just weren't trusted with it. Because my one brother threatened me with his BB gun all the time that they just did not trust them, which was fair. My nephew has on me. Oof. My mother used to go berserk with the slappings once I walked 8 kilometers out of spite due to my dad. That's relatable. Yeah, most of the things I've done or succeeded at have been out of spite for the most part. I'm just a spiteful person at this point. A Latino weapon, the flip flop. Yeah, I know it. Like, I noticed like a lot of the things that happen in my household happen in like very specific demographics that I'm like, oh, but I'm not in that demographic. That's interesting. So I don't know. Stare universal psych moment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's the biggest thing I've destroyed? Um, I've destroyed like entire, well, is it truly destroyed? But I've like shot up, like we've taken like computers and hardware like that, like big flat screens and things that like just are broken, can't be donated elsewise, and just like taking them to BLM land, like, just free to like do whatever you want on land, and then shot it up. And I guess that's like the only thing I've destroyed. I don't know. I'm not like the most destructive person. Cinnabon Lord just finished it off with a then she found tools and everything was fine. Then I found, coping mechanisms, which are great to Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like a lot of my life is just like I kind of just go by the model of just like, oh, it is what it is. Like, I couldn't change it. I couldn't like control the surroundings I was in, and I'm okay. I'm a work in progress. But yeah, I don't know. I see no reason to like hold it over them. Like, I'd never held it against my brothers for half the shit they pulled because like half the shit they pulled was because they were allowed to pull it because they were boys, and they always, were told boys will be boys. So, not to say that, like, they're not responsible for their own actions. They most certainly are. But, like, I don't hold it against them, I guess, is what I mean to say. Spite, except no substitutions. Yeah. Yeah. Like, finishing out college when I knew I wasn't gonna use my degree, pure spite. Pure spite. I already knew I was gonna hate the industry I was going into before I even went into it, and then when I went into it I was like, okay, yeah, nope, I don't like this. The art industry kills artists. You didn't hear it from me, but that's my yeah, no. There's no creativity left in this world, unfortunately, I think. And if there is, you have to have a lot of money to make it go somewhere, I feel. So, yeah. Are we going to see any... Are we going to see any feet as well, just like your mom, for as a sub goal? I mean, like, no, I don't think so. I mean, I don't have like a sub goal yet. I'm still thinking on it. I'm trying to think of one that like would be good, but would also be something like I'm willing to do. But I also like just don't think feet are that big a deal. Like, I don't think I'll ever post my real feet, but I also don't want to post almost anything real of me anyways, because I don't want to like break the fourth wall too much. But I mean, maybe my model's feet, but that's not a big deal. It's just a drawing. I don't know. Maybe I'm too autistic to like see it in a different way of like it's just feet. Shadow sent you here? Oh, did she raid in? Thank you. If she raided in, thank you. I'm sorry if I didn't thank you earlier. Bonbon, we need to cook meth. No! 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 Um, I don't want to be successful. I want to win out of sheer spite. Cinna and chat. Yeah, document it. Are we going to see any, our Boeing 737 while I burnt it? Does that count? I also destroyed a semi-detached house twice with fire, of course. Ah, pyromaniac! Get thee hence! Impressive that you're so forgiving. Can you rotate your spray nozzle? I can. I just don't remember it. Like, I'm so sorry. I don't remember how to do it. I'd have to, like, look. Because I know I can, like, do this to change them. But I'd have to double check what the control is for that. To quote the Ed, Ed, and Eddie childhood trauma builds character. Yeah, essentially. No, no, cum baiting. Post a rule marked at 1 foot. Completely understand. I'll post a pic of your favorite tool. Please don't attract weirdos. Yeah, that's, I don't know. Sen is a real human being. Real human being. Based Shando. Good Shando. Good Shando. I feel that I got in the media industry, even got a decent paid internship through my college in SoCal, then COVID happened. Yeah, I got a decent job, and it was mainly online, and then, like, I hated it. I hated it. And then they were talking about eventually having to go in person, and I was like, I am not moving to Southern California. That is just too expensive, and I just don't, like, I've never been a huge fan of SoCal. Anytime I visited, like, I like the food, and it's not even the people. It's just like the atmosphere is too busy for me, especially because my college was in a small town, so it was just like it would be too much of a culture shock at that point. You think these people care if it's a drawing? I would like to think so. We need her live. We feed with the timestamp, or we call fake. No. Oh yeah, fave tool pick. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, nice hiding, Shadow. Sean doesn't raid. Nice. Just do something fun for a sub goal, something that you are comfortable with. Yeah, I think that's fair. Silly question. You know that hitting tab will highlight what hasn't been cleaned, right? I didn't know. I wasn't even looking. Thank you. Burn, burn. Oh god, I'm like literally dumb. Sorry. Hello, Senna cleaning service. R rotates the nozzle. Oh, that makes like literally the most sense. The Calvin's dad style child raising. Workbench reveal. Yeah, I mean, my workbench is like currently out of service right now because it's in the garage and it's quite cold this winter. So anything I do is like houseworking stuff. And I don't really want to be constantly vacuuming up sawdust. It is a rental space, unfortunately. New job and left last year. Now I'm living next to my best friend and I met on Halo. Yeah, that sounds about right. Still struggling, just gotta keep moving together. East Coast is best coast. I love the drawing. Tinks. I had a job while in manufacturing, then Russia invaded Ukraine and we couldn't get high quality plywood anymore. Yeah, yeah, with all that stuff going on, it's hard to get a lot of stuff in. And I mean, you hear it all the time. Um, I know that appliances are hard to get in right now because did you know this? I had no clue. I found this out actually rather recently that a lot of the like glass tops on like an electric stove, like a cooktop, a lot of the glass used on that is like made in Germany and like so it's been hard to get that stuff in. So some people have been waiting on like an electric stovetop for like well over a year. So I don't know. It's interesting to see what's affected by this kind of stuff. Cinna 900 IQ. Listen, I feel like when it comes to games, I'm literally so dumb, right? But then like anything else, I'm pretty decent at. And like the worst part about it is like my whole degree is to like deal with things on the computer. But then like I'm so computer illiterate, which is even more embarrassing when I tell people like I was online homeschooled, so like I have no excuse. I have no excuse. But then like, you know, my GPA and my IQ is actually pretty good, but like it's the common sense stuff, man. It gets me every time. I have no common sense. Like the most obvious answer is never my first answer. And then I'm like, oh duh. Because I always think things are gonna be way more complicated than they are, and then they end up being super straightforward, and I'm like, oh, well, alright, I guess. There, I rotated it. Get rotated, nerds. A Fallout LARP inbound. Meh? Is it telling you to power wash a sand pit? Immersion broken. I don't think it's a sand pit. I think it's meant to be like a fountain. So I'm essentially like washing out the algae and like probably whatever minerals have deposited at the very bottom from all the stone. I don't even think it's a pond because like, but it's clearly meant to be like what, like a water thing, right? That's why I took it. Boron glass is hard to make. It seems it. Cinna press C to aim. Why? Why do I? Are you saying my aim is that bad? It's okay, Cinna. We still love you. You're a champ either way. Oh man, that makes me feel so degraded. Look, I never said I was good at a game. I wasn't like, I wasn't false advertising. Stop complaining, okay? Okay. So now I'm computer illiterate, but yet somehow I decided to become a VTuber at Street Bub. Yeah. Hi, life. I mean, I get video editing stuff, but like I've never been a gamer girl. I've never been a gamer girl. I like my retro games and the things I'm used to playing, and doing new stuff is difficult. I've got a pretty bad learning curve, it would seem, to video games. ASMR power saw will win. Soon. I'm doing something. I'm trying to do as much DIY related content from now on. I just had to come up with ideas that like felt authentic to me as a DIYer, because I feel like a lot of my DIY stuff ends up being a little girly. A little girly. So, what have I not complete? Okay. Alright, I hear you. Contaminant. Woo! What? I know there's a step tool. I know there is. I just don't want to grab it. Okay. Jumpy. I guess I'll grab you. And I probably have to go clean what the little tool shed. Why did I slowly get off of that? That's really annoying. That was so anticlimactic too. Alright, that's two sides. Oh yeah, comfy time. I just couldn't get into Rocket League. Nah? It's okay to have other redeeming qualities. One of the cruelest backhanded compliments. Don't bully! Don't bully! Rude, I wanted to clean all the sides. Oi! Winter themed DIYs. Yep! Gonna make some ornaments. And then I haven't decided. So the ornament's gonna be like a pre-recorded thing, just cause like it's just how the setup is for now. But yeah. House flipper. Girly stuff is cool though. It's like a different universe. Yeah, cause like I'd love to just be like, alright, I'm crocheting this hat for my nephew. But like I just don't know how entertaining that is. And even though it'd be fun for me, like if no one's gonna tune in, then I don't really need to record it, you know? Like then I can just whip it out and be done with it. So I don't know. Guess that's been like my ongoing dilemma, which is not really a dilemma, but why not make a stuffed bear? I am not the most like savvy at stitching. Like I can fix a button and a hem, but like I'm not really great with like fabric patterns, but I could certainly like try to crochet something with like a more plush style yarn. I mean, that certainly would be cute. At least I think it would be, but okay, I don't think I need the thingy for that anymore. What is dirty? Oh, okay, wait, I do need it for that. I lied! Okay. Make something for each member of flavor? I don't know. We're getting kind of big. We're getting kind of big. There's a lot of us now. that would be an undertaking. That would take some actual real amount of time. Maybe next year for next Christmas I can do something like that. Something. Do you know? No. Speaking of step stools, since you're 5'8", I'm pretty sure that makes you taller than 98% of VTubers who are on the average 4'11". Yeah, yeah. I. It's interesting that I am like taller than average. I think like the average height for an American woman is like what 5'7", so like or like 5'6". I think it's 5'6". So I'm like not that much taller than average. And I end up actually being usually the short friend. It's kind of crazy. Like most of my friends are like either exactly 5'8" as well or like 5'9" or higher. So I usually actually end up being the shorty. The little shorty. So it's always interesting to me how that works. When are you opening membership? As soon as I can. Pardon me. For now I like have to get more stream hours, I think. And then after stream hours, I literally have to be stuck in Susan limbo, waiting for her to like approve stuff. Ooh. Oh. Wait, do I have to get under this? I probably do. I gotta like army crawl under this, I'm sure. There are a lot of talents now. Yep. There are the 5 originals, the 3 TNC, and the 5 new talents coming in. Yeah, I saw there's 5 new. I didn't realize there was gonna be one. And then Flavor posted it. I was like, oh, cool. Cool. See how that goes. So I was like, alright, nice. Yay! Yo! Hallelujah. Ugh. This game is making my tummy upset. Tummy hurt. For real. Okay, I think I got everything on that. Still haven't gotten everything on that. I guess I have to clean the wind chime even. Ridiculous. Absolute ridiculosity. And the underneath, which I felt like I had already done, but sure. I've literally already done this. For sure. Thank you. Jeez. Tactical washing. Yeah, it sure seems it. Like, I'm really having to do, like, the nook and crannies of things that, like, I just didn't think I was gonna have to be doing. Alright, the last is this stuff. That's fair. Oh, wait, really? I gotta get those little nook and crannies? Alrighty. Sure. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll probably be done, because I gotta work on my model. Or maybe I'll do the motorcycle. It seems like it'll be quick at least. It'll be quick at least. We need more 7-foot tall tube. I thought Donna's body wasn't found. Yeah, I don't know. I know nothing. Don't ask me. Finna knows nothing. I know not. Wowza babowza. Wowza babowza. This is a rock stuff for 13. You're gonna make me clean each and into every individual rock. Imagine if you like were a professional yard like servicing, landscaping, whatever, right? And you had to like power wash every single rock like to the point of perfection to finish the job and get paid. I mean, just wow. Oh, look at that. It just needed me to get one big old nook. So where's the biggest spot? There's one. There's the others. And right there, too. What are we talking about? How's the model going? It's going good. I think I might actually be done a little bit ahead of schedule, which is great because it'll help me iron out any sort of wonkiness, which is always good. Very exciting stuff. Might help some of my gym mates after the fact work on some of their stuff, so that would be nice. Dude, I've finished cleaning this. What more do you? What are you saying? The underneath? Wow, you're really making me clean every nitty gritty. Thank you. Alright. Is that third gen or second gen? I'm not sure. Wait, what? Toxic is gen 2. Yeah. The water bill is going to be nuts. Yeah, or something. Sheesh. Sheesh. Okay. What's left is this, right? Yeah. Stupid post. And then I'm done with this. It's rotator. The rotator! Woo! You're annoying. You're annoying! Okay. I'm stucky. Sinai bag 3. Press C to see what it does. It changes how you aim. In what way? I'm like pushing C. Am I supposed to press a hold? What do you want from me? Are you getting easy? Ooh. Me too. Me too, brother. Me too. Don't ever make me a professional landscaper. What is still not clean for you? I've given you my ever... Are you kidding me? The tiniest corner. So dumb. I wish garden work could be really done like this without the bugs and messiness on our clothes. Fair. That's a fair wish. Wow. 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 Wait, still 99? What's... Are you freaking kidding me? First of all, why am I power washing someone's children's toy? But sure, I'll humor you. Should be not my responsibility. But sure. Whee! I'm glad you guys are all having fun with flavor. Me too. Me too. Wow. Wee. Oh my god. When I spend so much time on this birdhouse, but I guess it just wasn't enough. Oh, dummy. Alright. What y'all saying? I want a mode in this game where you just power wash awful children, violent ragdoll. Once you have like 3 things left, it will tell you what you have to do. Check the tablet for the list, etc. What, am I annoying you guys? Am I annoying you guys with being confused? Am I being annoying? Okay. What am I still not done? The doghouse. The doghouse roof. The lawnmower engine. Oh yeah. What part of the doghouse roof is clearly not clean? Nothing is highlighting. Wow, great. What the heck-a-rooney? Alright, doghouse roof, doghouse roof, doghouse roof. So dumb. Wow, so dumb. Alright, and the engine. Jump. I literally shouldn't be power washing people's tools for them. I feel like that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. To do, food shelf. Food shelf? Fence post, fence top. Where's the food shelf? Oh, like over here? Because this is the only thing I could think of, like, that's a food shelf, but I see nothing highlighting. The frick is a food shelf? What do you mean? Is it... Where? Fence toast, fence top. Girl, what? Cinna Pro Washer Gamer. Cinna is S plus wife material. She deserves all the success. What? Underside? I know, I keep like checking the underside too, but like nothing's highlighting for me, guys. The heck? Ah, soka. Okay. Yeah. Right. Fence top. Alright, one of the fence posts is dirty. But which one? I bet you it's this one on the outside. I bet you. Haha! Okay. Alright, but what's the food shelf? In all seriousness, I'm unsure. Oy oy. Ah, soka. Underneath. Thank you. Thank you for your help. Wow. That was a headache. Oi. Don't show my progress. Let it be done. Alright. We'll clean this and we'll be done. That sound cool? I think I can get this done at least within 30 minutes. Minutos. The one job has you wash a dirt bike and then they pay you $75. Like, for $75, I'll wash the car too. Yeah, no kidding. I need a higher velocity. Well, the first thing they have you wash is like a little, like a little, damn. I've done car washes before for like fundraisers. Not like the sexy kind where you're in like a bikini, but washed cars. Easy game, good game, thanks. The barbecue, yeah, yeah. The grill was it. Seemed kind of like a no-brainer. I guess my brain is just too smooth to understand. Go man, go man. I, when you're eating and food falls on your chest, does it technically become a food shelf? That's the save for later shelf, in my general experience. That's when you get up and go, oh, I do have another french fry. Yeah. Let's freaking go. That's what that is. Unless, of course, you're being like looked at, then you're like, oh, silly me, I'm so messy. Gross. I guess I won't eat that last crumb. Only wash half of it. Oh, really? Easy enough, anyway. Humming. Stupid computer. Sometimes it just be humming. Give it a little smack. And then it behaves. Oi, oi, oi. There we go. Alright. Get into the underbelly. The unsexy car wash. Yeah, because they were usually for like church event stuff, so I don't really see it any church for the most part letting you wear a bikini for a church sponsored fundraiser. In retrospect, since that's usually what people expect when they pull up on like a group of girls washing cars, it probably wasn't like the best PR move, I guess. Well, who cared on me? I actually really like washing cars. Like, I prefer washing my car. Even though my car is, like, nothing special. It's just, like, your typical sedan, but I like it. Like, I feel like if I could have my dream car, I'd have a BRZ. And I probably would eventually get, like, a super cringe anime skin for it. But I would baby the shit out of that thing. Oh, baby! But yeah. I actually used to love going to like car shows. I actually really like cars. And I actually really like driving. Hence like all the cross country trips I've done. I just enjoy doing it. It's fun to do. See all the states, stop in, stay in a bunch of hotels. It's just fun for me, I guess. It's something I enjoy. The last fry always tastes best, yeah. I'm not against a sexy nun car wash. Cursed. Bamboozled by God. Or something like that. Or people manipulating things to fit their ideas. Theo. Oh, I got some fun stuff planned for next week too. Like I already have my next stream schedule planned for the most part. Some of it depends on how well like some of my like pre-recorded stuff goes on my end, and whether it's something I feel like I can actually get done and out in a reasonable time of actual value or quality, I should say, not necessarily value, but yeah. I don't like putting out junk. Like, part of why I've been so, like, slow to get the model stuff rigged up and whatnot. I don't like putting out junk. It's not what I do. I go me. Okay. You're cute. Oh, stop it. No, can't take compliments. Stop. Stop. You gotta give me a big head. Wish I could afford those bed frames that vibrate like you're in a car. Aren't they like actually dangerous? Or is it how like am I crazy? I feel like there's been a couple of lawsuits against those kinds of like sleep number beds, right? Or am I just tripping? I'm probably just tripping. Ooh! I told you that would be easier. The best job I've had was when I worked at a luxury car dealership and I got paid to drive to other cities to pick up and drop off cars. Got paid to go on road trips, basically. Yeah, yeah. Someone I knew worked as like a detailer for like a car place, but they would like detail all the trade-ins to get ready for the used lot. He said it was like the worst job he's ever worked, but he always envied the people who got to do the delivery stuff. Senna likes to do quality work. She has pride in her work. I try to. Hello, Senna. That's why you were on the 13th model. It's not the 13th. Come on, guys. It's only the 4th. Hello, Senna. Hello. That's why. Yeah. 99 again. I 100% now. Pre-recorded like those schizo ASMR videos. No, like I don't have a setup for hand cam. So like if I can do anything that's actually like gonna involve full on hands-on DIY stuff, it's gonna have to be pre-recorded and then I post it and explain to you what I'm doing. Kind of like how Minna does her like bread streams. Similar to that. Man has a gnome in his garage. Yeah, I should get a gnome for my garage. Yeah, you should. 400th model. Wow, Senna, let me be. I'm just a perfectionist. If your job is to drop off cars, how do you drive back? Ooh, good question. How do you drive back? I used to do car detailing, hated it. Being a big guy trying to clean inside small sports cars is tough. Oh, that sounds awful. Yeah, that sounds awful. Make a birdhouse. I would if I really liked birds, but birds are kind of scary. But I can make, I don't know. I could definitely make a couple things and then paint them and decorate them. But we'll see. We'll see. I was thinking of maybe doing a Gunpla stream at some point too. But I already have a lot of models and I like am kind of waiting for other ones to be restocked from my go-to site. So I'm just kind of waiting. I have like almost all the ones that I wanted to get, so I might not be able to do one. Hello. What you mean? You don't have a gnome in your garage? No. Um, I have not found a gnome I like yet. If I had a gnome that looked as good as this gnome on the game, I'd have a gnome, but I haven't found one I liked. I'm particular about faces. Very particular about faces. I like my gnome to have that certain jolly expression. And a lot of them have like their eyes open and look a little creepy. There's never enough models. I mean, true. Um, I just got this one. It's still in its box. I haven't had the time to work on it. It's a big one. He's very big. Yeah. The NZ666. Yeah. He's big boy. He's like a tank. But I haven't had the time to work on it. And then, like, I've only been liking the HG brand. So, I've found that Hobby Lobby stocks that stuff pretty good too. But you didn't hear from me. Don't go raid their stores. I don't want my supply depleted. I haven't seen Minanaka lie, to be honest, since I've seen Pippa's flavor stream when she literally birthed you. As surprising was only showing you through the you poops algorithm. Well, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming. And before we get another Juniper type with 500 different models, I'm not gonna have that many models. I like, once I get to a design I really like, I try to stick with it, at least until I like can build up my skill level a bit more and make something better. And right now I think this is pretty maxed out for what I can do. So yes, que should try. And before we, yep, what server? I am waiting on a Sazabi MG myself. I like, I don't know. I've got a few good ones, few ones that were like really annoying to put together. So I don't know. I feel like if I put one together, it'll have to be pre-recorded, obvi, and then it would have to be something a little more complicated. So the last couple ones have been a bit too simple that I feel like it would just be way too short. Bonbon gets sent gnomes. Sure. I mean, sure, but not a million. And 28 inches tall, yeah. It's a big boy. Please don't mention I'm getting over abandonment issues. Have known to throne. No, I would have to find one I really, really like though. Cassius BS. Ain't no way they sell Gunpla. What, Hobby Lobby? They do. They do in the hobby section. At least at the ones I go to. And I've been to two on either sides of the country, and they have it in the hobby section where they keep all of their other model stuff. And funnily enough, it's like next to like One Piece Figmas. So, yeah, you can admire Luffy and then get some Gundams. Whenever Hobby Lobby is brought up, I can only think about their old president that trafficked ancient artifacts out of the Middle East for his creationist museum. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. I gotta avoid Hobby Lobby so I don't get an addiction. Be addicted! Join the crew! No, the one store I have that has like hobby related stuff that's like a local store has shoot. It doesn't have Gunpla. It has like a lot of manga, but I already have a lot of the manga from it. Or like it's just not stuff I want to collect. Too mainstream. But yeah. I mean, I have Sasabi HG, and then I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I have a couple of the Iron-Blooded Orphan ones. I want to collect a bit more from that series in particular, just because I actually really liked it. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite. I really, really like the original. um, but I mean, I did technically watch the Iron-Blooded Orphans first, but then I watched the original. Like, I had to get past my aesthetics overall dilemma when it came to anime and just suck it up because, like, it's just, older styled anime is just gonna be different. So, manga, surely you mean manga. I don't know. I don't know. Don't bully. Last time I went to Hobby Lobby, there was a Gundam ramen bowl and chopsticks. Oh my god. I'm way too South American to have hobby stores. Oh, so sucky. I mean, I mean, I don't know if they would deliver to like South America. I feel like that's a dilemma I'll never truly understand. I'm sorry. I used to shoplift at Hobby Lobby a lot back in the day. So much. Honestly based. Can I say based? Honestly based. Honestly, I like the shoot, what is it? Like the little buzzy bee yarn or whatever? The cozy bee yarn? It's super soft. It's great for like making anything that like someone's gonna like wear. That one with the scythe. Beautiful. A worker at Hobby Lobby told me you can get almost anything in the store half off if you wait a week. Half of the store is half off 1 week than the other. Yeah, literally. You just have to pay attention to your days. It becomes like a system. Like you can go and get like Gunpla related stuff for practically free once, like twice a month, essentially. Hello? What is this? This is a power washing simulator. My name is Cinnabonbon. I am the resident DIYer at Flavor. Thank you for coming to the stream. We are talking about DIY related things, and yeah, while we wash the playground. Hmm. That and Christmas decorations are mad cheap. Yeah. So the best way to do it is like right before the Christmas season or right after to like go in there and get all their stuff for practically free. Yeah, I'm gonna jump over it. Okay. Wild story, eh? How about this one? In 1992, Bayer almost wiped out all the plant life with their EPA approach bacteria. They went on to buy Monsanto. I'm gonna like just nod and pretend I know what we're talking about here. How did Bayer get brought up? Wait, who are you again? I'm new here. My name is Cinnabonbon. I am the resident DIYer at Flavor. And I do DIY projects, DIY related stuff, and I play retro games because that's usually what I'm good at. Currently, we are talking about Gunpla, which is Gundam, which is a hobbyist thing of essentially putting together little robots made out of plastic. Does that break it down? Maybe the real Cinnabonbon was the friends we made along the way. Who is Cinnabonbon? Me. Me, myself, and I. You know, fun bun. At Flavor. Alright, cool. Glad to clear that up for you. Would you like to discuss the complex intricacies of quantum entanglement, perhaps? You know what? If you can make it palatable for a third grader, you might have me. You might have me. Is 3D printed Gunpla a thing? Yeah. Yep. 3D printed anything, for the most part, is a thing. I mean, you can 3D print literally anything. You could even 3D print brick by brick your own Lego house, built to size to fit you. Yep, you could do it. Everything happens in a hypothetical Minecraft server until you actually build it IRL. There are STL files for 3D printing Gunpla accessories out there. I think a few people made them. Everyone asks who is Cinna, but no one asks why is Cinna. Very deep. Very deep. You wouldn't 3D print a car. I could 3D print a car. Doesn't mean it'll run, but I could 3D print a car. Doesn't mean it would, like, be legal, but I could 3D print a car. You can't dictate what I 3D print. What are you, a Fed? Fed boy? Can I 3D print a friend? Yeah. Or you could try making one. I mean, you could decide which one's harder. I'm sure 3D printing one would be easier. It's hard to make friends, especially as an adult. Because, like, what do? You can't very well go up to somebody and go, can we be friends? Like, as much as you would love to, because, God, that would be so much easier than being like, what do you like? Do you want to hang out sometime? Like, you can just go, we're friends now. I wish adults didn't have so much pretense and context and all the other crap in between, but it's a difficult world out there. Only a matter of time until we can 3D print girlfriends. Unfortunately, it will take a few updates before we can effectively lower their standards. Hush, hush, hush you. Don't be so doom and gloom. Technically, if I 3D print a friend, my lovely machine will have made one for me. See? You don't even have to make one. Machines will do it for you these days. 3D print sounds easier. Senna, they had already managed to use a 3D printer to print a jet engine. They've also used a 3D printer to actually help aid in the medical field. So it's actually a pretty useful tool. Ah! What did I do? It's a useful tool. It's not just for edgelords and people trying to avoid paying actual money for things. How to make friends, become a VTuber, and join a totally not fake VTuber company. Yeah, that worked for me. That worked for me. Just get on it. Do what I did. Be smart. This is a pretty green. It's very bright. Very bright. Bones. Do you want to be friends, Santa? Yeah. We all friends now. They performed surgery on a grape. They split an atom. I want to do, like... I want to do, like, all my crazy theories, all my, rat brain theories in one condensed video, and just be like, here you go. Here's all my crazies. Now that that's out the way, back to your regularly scheduled content. But I also feel like what I believe is crazy, just from being on the internet for the past couple of weeks now, like actually invested on the internet and reading some of your guys' stuff, I'm like, oh, I guess we all the same. Or I guess I wasn't that crazy. Every time I think I am like extreme on anything, I'm always proven wrong. I'm always proven to be just like normal. But not normie levels of normal, at least. I get to keep a little bit of my sparkle. Haha, you fell for his parasocial trap. It's not a trap. It's not a trap. You know why? Because being friends with people does not mean assumed closeness. You don't have to be my best friend. It's different. I view things differently. Friends are people. Friends usually are just a tiny bit above. Tiny bit above. What is it? Acquaintances. Acquaintances, I acknowledge your existence. Say hey, hello. Friend is like, I ask how your day was, but you can't come and like complain to me or reach out for like help and advice. Because that's assumed closeness. I don't like assumed closeness. I don't like people assuming they're close. Then you gotta check them a little bit. Like, oh yeah? You think we're close? What's my favorite color? When's my birthday? Okay, we're not close. Simmer down. Ay. We managed to print atoms themselves. This just in, Cinna reveals her startling conspiracy as to why her mother Pippa Pipkin is the Lizard Queen. Eesh. Nah, if I had a bunch of like theories and stuff, I wouldn't want to like name drop anybody. I don't want them being bugged by me. I'm just a bug. This just in Cinnabon bug. Cinnabug bug. Little bug. Buggy. Wow. This merry-go-round. You're dirty. I haven't even got a single little bell chime. I was like, you did it. It's like, nah. This dirty. Go in. Imagine being able to say, being able to remember your close friends' birthdays. Can't be me. I'm generally okay with dates. I'm pretty decent about remembering birthdays. But if I don't, I usually am quick to apologize or remember like after the fact. I don't ever forget like completely. I try my best. I mean, it's easier because I like don't have a lot of friends, so maybe that's part of it. That I have to like remember super close friends. Like I have like like 3. I would say 4, but she like I don't exist her while she's in school because she's busy with school. And that's okay. The nice thing is most of the time with my friends I can just kind of like not respond to them for a bit, pick up where the conversation left off, and it's fine. Which is nice because it's like a lot of us have pretty low social batteries, so it just worked out better friendship wise to have other people who have just like lower social battery. Cinna the Wash Master Bonbon. I swear I saw her lick her eye once. How? What? What? Nah. Maybe you're the skits. Yay! She clean! Yay! Okay, now on to the rest of the playground. I'm probably gonna finish up soon. I really need to work on my model. Cinnabug bug. Wait, Senna doesn't love me? Why did I make this Daki using only Sharpie pens that cause me headaches whenever I'm in the same room then? Oh no! No, don't! No, stop! 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 My birthday is easy to remember. It's 4 days before Christmas, which means it basically might as well not exist. No! No! You should get double the presents. No. I have a lot of, like, extended family that their birthday is really close to Christmas. Like, really close. But mine's, like, not to brag, but to brag. My birthday is in, like, the perfect spot. It's like, you're still in school, so you can get cool school parties, but it's not too cold because it's spring. But it's not too spring where you're sneezing all day on your birthday because it's, like, almost May. Yeah, perfection. Perfection. Not to brag, but... Oh, and it's not like sweltering hot summer, because it's not like I could have ever had a pool party birthday, because I grew up super, super overprotective parents. So, yeah. Yeah. My mother's birthday is Christmas Eve, so I always buy her 2 presents. Yeah. Like, my grandpa's birthday is the 27th. So, I just buy him 2 presents too. He's a pretty easy guy to shop for since dragons are like his favorite thing. When I find myself strapped for cash, I will usually whip out like a cool dragon painting for him. I always try to do something different. He really likes the Chinese style dragons right now. Yeah. Yeah. So now I want to work on my model, but this game is too fun, bonbon. Yeah, I don't know why this game is actually fun to me. It's just so satisfying. Watching all the lines go away, and I'm like, I'm cleaning this. Meanwhile, I have to clean up my dishes from dinner too. Cause like I finished my dishes, like my food, and I put it in the sink, and I came and set up for the stream, and I'm like, okay, as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna go downstairs, do all my dishes, make sure those are clean. Don't like a dirty sink. I hate a dirty kitchen with passion. And then I can work on my model. Maybe I'm just being lazy, which is stupid because I have tomorrow off, which is why I'm not streaming, because like I need to catch up on some sleep. And I have a doctor's appointment. So, got my general checkup. Center Wars. A Cinna's Wild Theories stream would be Kino. You think so? I don't know. I think everyone would be like, that's not even that wild. I'm gonna say it. One of the theories I have, and if some of you know like that as a theory, then blessings. I like the theory of as above, so below, as like a general theory of like space. I, as a little kid, desperately, and even now, I wish I could, but I just don't have the time, money, or assets to go back to school for it. But I wanted to be a marine biologist so bad because I always feel like we don't explore the world in front of us enough. And to me, it's something really sus to not have explored every surface area of our own Earth, but then be trying to waste, I guess it's not waste, but like pour billions into, trillions even, into space study when we haven't finished studying our own space. So I guess that's one of mine. Based Alchemist. Thank you. Still streaming. Let's go. Yeah. Hi, Minna. Minna. I don't know if anyone else is streaming tonight from the Flavor Crew, but if they are, I will get off and give them the spotlight. I apologize. The last I had checked, I think it was just Marie who started at 2 and then was done, I don't know, I think 2 hours before I started. So we had a good little break in between. As above, so below. I don't know, the deep is hella whack. Yeah. I feel like as above, so below. Portal. That's my little theory. I heard going to space was easier than exploring the deep sea, but I don't know much about that. I mean, according to the laws of physics, I suppose, but I feel like it just doesn't make, like, logistic sense to me in a logical way of, like, it just doesn't make sense that it would be less pressure buildup to burst through the literal atmosphere and travel against the literal weight of space than go down below. I also think it's really interesting how much we think is extinct and then things like just pop up. Like a frilled shark is a really great example. Also, like, my favorite shark is that they thought they were extinct and the next thing you know they were in, like, one of them popped up in the upper crest of the ocean, like upper regions in Japan, I believe, was its first re-sighting. Now you, like, see them. I like the frilled shark because their teeth look like leaves, but they're, like, razor sharp, which is super cool. Yeah. Yeah. I also definitely could, like, tism out about dog breeds. I've always been a person who can, like, point out what certain breeds are. Like, when I did have my dog, before I unfortunately had to leave him behind when I moved, now he's my younger brother's dog, I would take him to the dog park, and I would, like, go with my little brother, and he'd be like, Senna, what kind of dog is that? I'd be like, oh, that's like a Brittany Charles Spaniel mix. And then he'd be like, I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, okay. And then he'd ask and be like, is that a Brittany? And he's like, yeah, and it's mixed with Charles Spaniel. And I'd be like, how did I know that? How did I know that? That's so weird. How did... Ah! So I have, like, dog autism. Where I'm like, is that this? And they're like, yeah, but, like, how could you tell? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, obviously, when it gets super hyper specific, it's harder to tell, but, like, yeah, I'm pretty decent at it. Well, thing is, once you escape the atmosphere, it's a lot easier to travel. I suppose, but, like, how do you know that for sure if you haven't gone? I also feel like I'm definitely one of those people who's like, well, I haven't ever gone, so it's not real. Like, not entirely, but I don't know. I'm just really skeptical of space travel in general. I feel like I'd have to actually see one live and in person to feel a little less skeptical. But it does interest me, like space exploration. It just doesn't interest me as much as ocean exploration. Senna, the pressure difference between... Wait, I wanted to read it. The pressure difference between space and atmosphere is far, far smaller than deep ocean in a vessel. Fair. Senna, space isn't real, Bonbon. I'm too confident in any actual progress being made in any field. There are pressing concerns in short term that need addressing both in terms of survival and maintaining long-term efforts. Miana. Hi, Miana! Hello. 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 Favorite dog breed? Um, my favorite hounds. I'm gonna like literally go down the list. I think my favorite hounds are either bloodhounds or beagles. Just because I grew up with beagles, I really love them, and I also just really love bloodhounds. I also absolutely adored the movie The Fox and the Hound growing up. So bloodhounds or beagles for hounds. For like a herding dog? I don't know. Oh, I'm trying to remember which is which. Dude, I don't know. I think my favorite dogs are gonna be different for like just about everything, but I like Shelties. I like Shetland sheepdogs. I like Borzois. They're so goofy. They definitely don't even look like dogs though, but I like the little babushka dogs. Um, yeah. I like St. Bernards. I actually kind of like bully mixes. I just think they're so cute. They look like little hellhounds. They get crapped on a lot as a breed, even though I would honestly say Chihuahuas are a lot more violent. Huskies are more violent than freaking hippos. I've been chased by huskies and growled at by huskies. German shepherds can be kind of difficult. A lot of times, a dog breed is like not the best just because people get them because they're a classic breed and they love them, but they require like quite a lot of special obedience training and they need a lot of like distraction and outlets for their energy. Otherwise, they take it out in pretty negative ways, such as like shepherds and huskies, and even honestly border collies too. So I feel like a lot of dog breeds that are really popular right now are not beginner friendly, and then the breed itself ends up getting shit on a lot just because bad owners. I feel that way about kids too, though. Like, a bad kid is only as bad as their parent. You know what I mean? Like, obviously there's the exceptions of like quote unquote bad kids having great parents, but like for the most part, I usually associate a bad kid with like a bad parent. Because like you're the one responsible for them. They're not an adult. They have no real responsibility over themselves or their own actions. A lot of it's learned behaviors and traits. Huskies in particular are higher energy and super intelligent. Yeah, they're an incredibly intelligent breed, and if you're gonna live a very sedentary lifestyle, like it's not a recommendable breed. I feel like the most beginner friendly dogs aren't even gonna be like your retrievers because even then they're high energy. Most And I feel like it's a little biased, but honestly, I don't even think it's that biased. One of the most beginner-friendly breeds is going to be a beagle. They're stubborn for obedience training, but for the most part, they're just a chill family dog. They're also really great around little kids. Really great. High temperament. Like, they've got great temperament. Great family dog. Great family dog. And if you live in an area with, like, Amish people or Mennonites, like, you can get them for relatively cheap because a lot of times they breed beagles. But yeah, huskies are really cute. They're such a cute breed. But in recent times, a lot of people who just aren't the best caretakers somehow get their hands on them because they are so cute. Dalmatians are kind of like that too. Although you don't see Dalmatians a lot nowadays, but they are kind of like known to be a little aggressive. But I feel like it's once again up to the owner to train them appropriately. Sheebs can be really aloof. It's really up to the owner to like work on that. Cheetahs also they need a lot of like constant walking. Jindos are super nice dogs, like super pretty dogs, but they are super like autistically high maintenance where like you have to change up your walking pattern. Like you can't do the same walk too many days in a row, otherwise they get used to it and they get bored. Like that's not a dog at that point, that's a human. When a beagle sounds the alert, you can hear them for miles, but it isn't a grating sound. Yeah, when they bay, and they're great, they're like a great multi-purpose dog. Because you can train them, they're pretty easy to gun train too. Um, they have a great sense of smell. They're perfect for rabbit hunting or small game. And they are, I don't know, they're just fun dogs. And they're cute. They're so stinking cute. I had a cattle dog for a really long time. Yep, cattle dogs are good. Um, I really like mountain curs. They're really cute. I like a dog. My dog was a mountain cur Labrador mix, and he had an amazing. Well, he still does. He's not dead. He's just my brother's dog now. He had an amazing brindle. Like his coat was perfectly brindled. He looked like a swirled peanut butter brownie. He was gorgeous. Gorgeous dog, but so aloof. Whoever was his previous, like I rescued him, whoever his previous owner was clearly not a good person. He was very skittish. We had to put in a lot of work for him to like be a good family pet, but it was worth it. And now he's like my little brother's dog, and it's perfect for him. But yeah, he's a big boy though, because I that's part of why I couldn't move with him, was he's like over 80 pounds. And, traveling cross country with a dog that's 80 pounds. Yeah, no. In a sedan. And he's like a bit of a senior already. So I got him when he was kind of older. I got him at 7, and he's like almost 10 this January. But he's a happy guy. My brother will FaceTime me with him from time to time. And he'll like bark all happy. I have to just like be like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. You're not gonna cry, you're not gonna cry, you're not gonna cry. My favorite was named Gur. I would love to go on walks and would wait. I want a good hunting dog, but a lot of them are very vocal, and I live in a close neighborhood. Yeah, I feel like a lot of times if you're gonna have a hunting trained dog, you just have to have your own land at that point. It's unfortunate, but it just kind of is the way it is. Otherwise, you're better going off in like a hunting group, like a hunting party with people, and someone else who has like land and a trained dog at that point. It's unfortunate, but I mean, you could definitely try to train them not to bark while you're there in a home setting, but I don't know if it's worth that extra effort or not to you, you know? I get all of my news from a beagle that's learned to use a computer. Honestly, dogs that suddenly appear in your life tend to be the best dogs. He had run away from his owners and wouldn't leave our porch. Really? I feel like the dogs that always end up in my life are the ones who, like, are really mean. Like, I had one dog show up at my house as a kid. Oh, what a mean ass dog. What a mean ass dog. When the owner was like, I'm here for my dog, I was like, thank you. Never come back. What a mean dog. You're a terrible person. Why is your dog so mean? But yeah. I want to be the person who, like, eventually, like, when I was a little kid, I would go to the babysitter when I was little. Um, and I would get, like, they would have, like, little alley cat kittens, and the little alley crack between, like, the edge of the yard and the alley. And God, how I wish a cat would just, like, I would happen upon a cat litter like that as an adult now, that I could actually have my own cat. That'd be hilarious. I would love that. But it's not happening. And I refuse to pay for a cat. Cats are free. Cats should be free. Was this like a super specialty breed? Like, why am I paying $250 for an angry little orange cat, orange tabby? I'm not, that's why. I'm not. I'm literally not. I'm not doing it. You won't make me. I won't do it. Also, due to where I was, family and I didn't have the tools to properly train the dog we had, so that contributed to my diminished desire to have a pet dog. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's not for everyone. I think if you're gonna be a pet owner, you have to understand that, like, it's not great for them to bounce from house to house, so you have to be ready to commit to them completely. At the time when I purchased my little guy, well, my big guy, the big floof, um, I, I was ready. I wasn't expecting to move the way I did, but it worked out, and he at least wasn't, like, left with a stranger. He was with someone who, like, had already formed a bond with him, so it wasn't like he was having to start all over again, so that was at least nice. I could at least feel a little better about it, but maybe that's just the cope. It's the cope speaking. Hoping that I did right by my guy. Buying a cat is just spending money on a roommate that hates you. Exactly. Who spends money on a cat? Not me. I'm not doing it. It's not like I want some specialty cute breed like a ragdoll or anything. I just want a cat. I really like, I've seen a couple of cats, I guess, that, like, are all brown. So pretty. Like a little chocolate drop. I also feel like if you have a cat and you don't name it a silly name, wasted opportunity. Like, how do you get a big fat cat and not name it something like lasagna or cheeseburger or cheese? Like, cheese man, burger man, Sir Stinky Face. Like, how do you miss that opportunity? Perfect opportunity. Meow. I don't know what it is, but my mom somehow always finds the friendliest of cats. I've always had good luck with finding friendly cats, actually. I definitely would, like, go around my neighborhood and, like, pet all the stray cats, and then when they scratched me because they were scared, like, I would just take my time with that one and, like, build up its trust and confidence in me. And then I will eventually let me pet it. Yeah, bro, whoa, 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 whoa. Honestly, not half bad work. I'm sure it's not saying it's clean because it just needs to get clean the rest of the way on the outside. Not bad work. Not bad work, Bon Bon. If I do say so myself. I'm gonna name a big fat cat bitch lasagna. Yeah. Yeah, Nyanya. My cat is named Hui. Yeah. Cats should only be named silly things because they're silly creatures. I had very good luck with cats. Almost never got bitten or scratched, even by strays. Yeah, same. I've always had pretty good luck with cats. I always never have good luck with, like, stray dogs, though. I don't know why. I wouldn't say I'm a cat or a dog person, though. I just like animals. I like birds in videos, but when they're in real life, I get scared. A male cat, obviously. Cats literally manipulate you to be a maid servant for them. Toxoplasmosis and all that. Yep. True. Cats rule the world. That's why Nyana's a cat. Cinna be having good luck with me. Ooh. Ho, ho, ho. Ay, 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 ay. Ooh. Wow. Y'all really almost got. You're almost gonna get another hour out of me. What the heck? Cinna does a 3-hour vid for once? That's a new record. I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow. Ay, 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 ay. I might have to fill up the sink with super hot soapy water and just let the dishes soak at this point. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. Mom, I have to save the game first. Mom, I can't come down. I have to save first. Senna win collab. Soon! Tell me when. What you want to play? We can play Sonic again? The Sonic Racer? Win! Win, win, girlfriend! I could definitely free up one of those days for you. Building those streamer muscles. Yeah, I guess so. Senanyana League collab for real, for real. I'm so bad at League, I can't. No. No. She'll be toxic and I'll be like, how do you do this, Niana? Niana, but how do I do this? What button do I push? Mario Kart or Sonic? Ooh. Both sound fun. But you gotta make sure your controller works if we do Sonic again. Not to bully. Not to bully though. Either. Senna, no, Mom. I gotta finish the game first before I can build my model. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this. It's too big. It's too big a project. I'll stop soon. I don't even want it. No, I'm not cleaning that metal part. Is there something more simple I can clean? Alright, I'm gonna clean this bench and then I'm gonna go. There we go. That should be simple enough. I want to see some Senna rage. I don't know if you'll see me. I don't rage that hard on video games. I think the only thing I get toxic at is Mario Party on the mini games. I always think I'm the best at it, and then when people start beating me, I get a little salty. But even then, I handle it pretty well. I mean, I just had so many siblings. What can I say? I have a PS4 control, so I got a Amazon Prime next day, the cable for it. Yeah! Yeah. I was talking to people in Flavor, and apparently I'm the only one who doesn't get next day delivery. Rural struggles. Rural struggles for real, for real. But I still have better internet than some of them. I don't know. Clearly my area prioritized some things over others. Guess there's a lot of gamers in my area. Some gamers. Oh no. Mario Party is designed for rage. Yeah, so's Monopoly. Board games I rage on really bad. That's because it usually involves, like, it's usually because I'm actually playing with, like, family. And that, for whatever reason, just kicks me off. Especially if like they're like all of a sudden being dumb and they're like, wait, how do you play again? Oh, yeah, no. Grinds my gears. Yeah, okay. Bye, playground. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, there's a little dog bark in the background. Did I make you dizzy? I'll ship you Christmas presents next day delivery. Play Mario Kart, you'll rage at the blue shells. That means you assume I'd be in first place. Mario Kart isn't raging. It is. It is. Yeah, we'll have to do some sort of racing game either way. But I think I'll be wrapping up for tonight because there's no way I'm going to finish this in any sort of timely fashion. But yeah. If you aren't raging, are you really having fun? Yes. Spray the dog. No! Take care, Senna. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Thank you for tuning in. I may or may not have someone set up to be raided into. If not, let's see who I can. Who can I raid into? Hold on. Stay put. Don't go nowhere. Let me see. Let's see who's live. Edit. Thanks for streaming. We have a raid? Yep, I think so. I think I'll set up a raid real quick. I think sometimes I set one and then sometimes I don't, just to like pace myself. But I had so much free time for this one, so I was like, okay, let me see where I can raid to. Who is live? Mena's not live right now, right? Nope, that's upcoming. 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 No, no, no. No, no, no. No. Is Pochi live? Pochi. Pochi's live. Okay, there you go. I will raid you into Pochi. Okay, bye guys. Thank you for coming. Okay, bye 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 bye.